Welcome to our travel guide on the 10 best places to visit in Norway in 2024. I'm so excited to share my love for this incredible country with you. From the dramatic fjords to the charming coastal towns, Norway offers a truly unforgettable travel experience. Our first stop takes us to Oslo, the vibrant capital of Norway. Oslo Guide. Imagine strolling along the harbour front, where sleek modern architecture blends seamlessly with the historic Akershus fortress, a reminder of Oslo's rich past. And speaking of history, you can't miss the Viking Ship Museum. Here, you'll come face to face with remarkably well-preserved Viking ships, giving you a glimpse into the adventurous spirit of these ancient seafarers. The city is also home to world-class museums, like the Munch Museum, dedicated to the works of Edvard Munch, the artist behind the iconic painting, The Scream. Oslo is a city that effortlessly blends history, culture, and natural beauty, making it the perfect starting point for your Norwegian adventure. From Oslo, we journey westward to the charming city of Bergen, often called the gateway to the fjords. Bergen enthusiast. Now, picture this: colourful wooden houses clinging to the hillsides, overlooking a bustling harbour filled with fishing boats and sailboats. The heart of Bergen is the historic Bryggen Wharf, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This waterfront district is a maze of narrow alleyways lined with those iconic, colourful wooden buildings, many of which now house shops, restaurants, and museums. For the best views in town, hop aboard the Fløibanen funicular, which will whisk you up to the top of Mount Fløyen in just a few minutes. From here, you'll be treated to breathtaking panoramas of the city, the harbour, and the majestic fjords that surround Bergen. Get ready to have your breath taken away, because our next stop is Fjord, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most awe-inspiring natural wonders in all of Norway. Imagine towering cliffs plunging straight down into deep blue waters, cascading waterfalls, tumbling from impossible heights, and lush green valleys clinging to the mountainsides. The best way to experience the fjord is by taking a scenic cruise. As you glide along the water, you'll be surrounded by towering cliffs, some reaching heights of over 2,600 feet. Keep an eye out for the famous waterfalls, like the Seven Sisters and the Suter, each with its own legend. For the truly adventurous, consider hiking up to one of the many viewpoints that offer jaw-dropping panoramas of the fjord. Now, let's head north to the Lofoten Islands, an archipelago that feels like it's straight out of a fairy tale. Lofoten Adventurer. One of the best ways to experience the Lofoten Islands is by hitting the open road. Rent a car and drive along the scenic E10 highway, which winds its way through the islands, offering breathtaking views at every turn. Along the way, be sure to stop at some of the charming fishing villages, like Rene, Nusfjord, and Henningsvær. These villages are like stepping back in time, with their traditional wooden houses known as råboer, many of which have been converted into cozy guest houses. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not try your hand at kayaking or stand-up paddleboarding in the crystal clear waters of the fjords? Our journey takes us further north to Tromsø, a vibrant city located above the Arctic Circle, often called the gateway to the Arctic. Tromsø Cultural Guide. But of course, the main reason to visit Tromsø is to witness the Northern Lights, also known as the aurora borealis. Imagine shimmering curtains of green, pink, and purple dancing across the night sky, a celestial ballet that will leave you speechless. Tromsø is one of the best places in the world to see the northern lights, thanks to its location within the auroral oval and its relatively mild climate. While you're waiting for the northern lights to make an appearance, there's plenty to keep you entertained in Tromsø. Visit the Arctic Cathedral, a striking modern church with a distinctive A-frame design, or explore the fascinating exhibits at Polaria, the Arctic Aquarium. From the Arctic wonders of Tromsø, we head south to Stavanger, a city that seamlessly blends natural beauty with urban charm. Stavanger is best known as the gateway to Preikestolen, or Pulpit Rock, one of the most iconic natural landmarks in all of Norway. Now, picture this, a massive cliff with a perfectly flat top, jutting out over the Lyse Fjord, offering dizzying views from over 600 meters above the water. The hike to Pulpit Rock is an adventure in itself, taking you through a variety of landscapes, from forests to rocky plateaus. But trust me, the views from the top are well worth the effort. The city itself is well worth exploring, with a charming old town filled with well-preserved wooden houses, cobblestone streets, and a lively harbour front. Be sure to visit the Stavanger Cathedral, one of the oldest cathedrals in Norway, dating back to the 12th century. Our next stop takes us to Ålesund, a city that's as beautiful as its name is fun to pronounce. Ålesund is a city rebuilt from the ashes, quite literally. In 1904, a devastating fire ripped through the city, destroying most of the buildings. But from the ashes of that tragedy, Ålesund rose again, this time in the fashionable Art Nouveau style of the early 20th century. Today, Ålesund is renowned for its architecture, with its whimsical turrets, intricate details, and colourful facades. For the best views in town, climb to the top of Mount Axla. From here, you'll be rewarded with panoramic views of the city, the surrounding islands, and the majestic Sunnmøre Alps in the distance. Now, for the truly adventurous, a trip to Svalbard is an experience unlike any other. Located far north of the Arctic Circle, Svalbard is a land of glaciers, ice-covered fjords, and polar bears. Svalbard Explorer. This is the High Arctic, a place where the sun doesn't set for months in the summer and where winter brings perpetual darkness. But despite its harsh conditions, Svalbard is a place of breathtaking beauty. Imagine towering glaciers carving into the sea, creating thunderous splashes that echo across the fjords. One of the main attractions in Svalbard is the chance to see polar bears in their natural habitat. These majestic creatures roam the icy landscapes, and while sightings are not guaranteed, the possibility of encountering a polar bear is an exhilarating part of the Svalbard experience. Get ready for an unforgettable train ride, because our next stop takes us to Flom, home to the scenic Flom Railway, one of the steepest railways in the world. Flom Railway is more than just a way to get from point A to point B. It's a journey through some of the most spectacular scenery Norway has to offer. The train climbs over 860 meters in just 20 kilometers, taking you past cascading waterfalls, rushing rivers, and towering mountain peaks. The scenery is so stunning that you'll want to have your camera ready at every turn. Along the way, the train makes several stops, allowing you to get off and take in the views. One of the most popular stops is at Kjosfossen Waterfall, where you can witness the raw power of nature as tons of water cascade down the mountainside. Our final stop takes us to Røros, a UNESCO World Heritage town that will transport you back in time. Imagine a town where wooden houses line cobblestone streets, where the air is crisp and clean, and where the pace of life is slow and deliberate. Røros was once a thriving copper mining town, and the legacy of mining is still visible today in the town's architecture and character. Wander through the streets and admire the well-preserved wooden buildings, many of which date back to the 17th and 18th centuries. Be sure to visit the Røros Copper Works, where you can learn about the town's mining history and see how copper was mined and processed in the past. If you're lucky enough to visit Røros in the winter, you'll be treated to a magical sight, the Røros Winter Fair. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Norway's top destinations. From the vibrant cities to the breathtaking fjords, Norway has something for everyone. Happy travels in 2024. We hope this video has inspired you to add Norway to your travel bucket list. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel guides and tips. We'll see you on the next adventure.